Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre market this morning, stock index futures are fairly quiet. They are slightly above fair value this morning. We do have one stock that is popping in the pre market. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, there's no major economic numbers coming out in the pre market on Monday morning. That starts on Tuesday, but the whole world is going to be focused on Wednesday. We get the Fed statement coming out at 2 and the press conference at 2:30. That's where most of the volatility this week will be focused. On Friday, we saw Tesla continue to move higher. It popped on Thursday, popped on Friday, and it's popping again in the pre-market and up over $30 right now on in the pre-market on Monday morning. Now, along with the Fed meeting on Wednesday, we do have triple witching on Friday, and that's where the options and futures contracts expire for the month of September. And it has often been a very volatile day for the market, a lot more back in the 90s than it is today. Most of the institutions get prepared for it before it happens. And there's not as much as volatility, but there is expected additional volatility on Friday. Now, on last Friday, it was the Magnificent Seven ETF that was the big winner, and that had a lot to do with Tesla moving higher. We did see a new high for the Vanguard Total Market ETF before a pullback, and then we saw a little pullback for the Vanguard Canada ETF. So, no major change from Friday's trading action. Next up, we're looking at the VIX, or the Fear Index, and coming into Monday's trading action, there's absolutely no sign that options traders in Chicago are overly concerned about the health of the market. The rest of the presentation, we're going to focus on the commodity ETFs, starting off with the USO, still on a sell signal here, even though the pros did take control. But looks like we have a failure to launch here. Gasoline flip-flopped last week. It's coming into Monday on a sell signal. And then natural gas rolled over on Thursday and came back on Friday, still on a sell signal here. No change coming into Monday's trading action. Now, Canadian energy stocks hit a new high for this move on Friday before pulling back, putting in a bearish reversal day. But as you can see, it did not close below the previous day's low. So we had a bearish reversal day back a couple of weeks ago, and that marked the top for that particular move. And then if we go back in time, you can see we had one back here in June that marked the top. So we'll have to see if we get fall through to the downside on Monday. Looking at some Canadian energy stocks doing well at the moment. There's Imperial Oil made a new high on Friday, new high for Enerflex on Friday, new high for Baytech. What's not working? Well, ARC hit a new low on Thursday. That came back a little on Friday, but certainly no sign of a change in trend there. Looking at the U.S. energy sector, still on a daily sell signal. It did trade above the upper channel line on Friday before pulling back. Baker Hughes has been doing well lately, and the rig count on Friday, we were up 2 rigs on Friday for the number of oil drilling rigs out there. Looking at Marathon, it made a high on Tuesday and then has pulled back. That is also true for Valero. It also peaked on Tuesday and then pulled back the next couple of days. Who's not working right now? Well, Diamondback and ConocoPhillips are on sell signals coming into Monday's trading action. Moving on to the metals, starting off with copper, we're still on a buy signal here. Copper miners continue to move higher, making a new high for this move on Friday. BHP's been on a sell signal for a week now, and no change in trend there. Southern Copper making a new high for this move, heading towards the July high. Eero is making a new high for this move on Friday. Ended the day unchanged after making a new high. Then we've got Ivanhoe, small gain there, just up 2 cents on Friday. And then looking at Teck, Teck continuing to move higher. Of course, it's involved in a merger takeover situation at the moment. Looking at the price of gold, we peaked on Tuesday, traded all the way down to the lower channel line on Wednesday, but we're still on a buy signal here, stuck at our current price target. If we can take out last Tuesday's high, then 343.75 comes into play. And you can see we had a bearish reversal day on Tuesday, but no major breakdown so far. You can see the pros are still pretty bullish on the price of gold at the moment. Taking a look at the gold miners, a new high on Friday in New York and in Toronto with a small pullback at the end of the day. There's the junior gold miners making a new high on Friday. Some of the winners right now, Agnico Eagle, Barrick. We've got B2 Gold making a new high on Friday. A new high there for IM Gold and a new high for Kinross on Friday. And the only gold stock in the S&P 500 is Newmont. It also hit a new high on Friday. Let's finish off looking at the world of silver, and it's looking pretty shiny at the moment. There's a new high for the SLV, for silver miners, for junior silver miners. There's First Majestic hitting a new high for Discover, a new high for Pan American, and a new high for Wheaton on Friday. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like you're going to see a pretty quiet open at 9:30 Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Tuesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.